What if the most terrifying predator in the animal kingdom isn't the lion, the wolf, or the shark, but something that doesn't even have claws, fangs, or natural camouflage? In Zimbabwe, researchers played three sounds to elephants through hidden speakers: a lion's roar, a gunshot, and a human voice speaking calmly. The elephants fled fastest from the human voice. Not the gunshot, not the roar of an apex predator that could kill them. A calm, ordinary human voice, speaking in an ordinary tone. Across the planet, from African savannas to European forests, the same pattern keeps appearing in study after study. Animals that have survived alongside lions, wolves, and crocodiles for millions of years are more afraid of us than any of them. And the reason why is not what you think. If that unsettled you, good. Because what researchers discovered about this fear response doesn't just explain animal behavior, it reveals something about humanity itself that most people have never considered. If this channel is new to you, subscribe now. Every week, we uncover the science hiding behind the natural world's strangest behaviors, the stuff nobody else is talking about. Stay with me for this one. Let's put this in perspective. A lion can sprint at 50 miles per hour. A leopard can drag prey 3 times its body weight up a tree. A crocodile's bite force exceeds 3,700 pounds per square inch. These are the most efficient killing machines evolution has ever produced. And yet, camera trap studies across 6 countries found that prey animals maintain a flight distance from humans, that is, on average, 2 to 3 times greater than their flight distance from these predators. Animals that have spent millions of years perfecting their response to lions, wolves, and big cats. Animals that should, by every evolutionary measure, be more prepared for natural predators than for us, react to humans as though we are something else entirely. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what that something else is, and why it changes everything we thought we knew about fear in the natural world. The first clue came from an unexpected place: South Africa's Kruger National Park. Researchers studying impala, kudu, and other prey species noticed something strange. Animals that had never personally encountered a human, born and raised in areas with zero hunting history, still reacted to human scent and human silhouettes with the same intensity as animals from heavily hunted regions. This shouldn't happen. Fear responses to specific predators are usually learned, or at minimum, reinforced through generational experience. A zebra that has never seen a lion attack still knows, instinctively, what a lion's silhouette means. But that knowledge has been refined over millions of years of coevolution. Humans have only existed, in evolutionary terms, for the blink of an eye. There shouldn't be enough time for this kind of deeply ingrained fear to develop. And yet it's there, consistently, across species, across continents. The second clue came from a 2014 study published in the Proceedings of the Royal Society, where researchers compared the reactions of South African mammals to recordings of lions versus recordings of humans speaking quietly. The human voices triggered fleeing behavior in 95% of encounters. Lion sounds triggered fleeing in just 40%. Even badgers, raccoons, and other mid-sized mammals in Europe, animals with no large predator at all in their modern ecosystems, show the exact same pattern: heightened vigilance, increased flight distance, behavioral changes that persist for generations, even in populations that haven't encountered a human hunter in over a century. Something about the human presence is being read by the animal brain as more dangerous than anything nature itself has produced. The answer was about to surprise everyone involved. Here's what the data revealed. It isn't about size. It isn't about speed. It isn't even about how dangerous humans actually are in any given moment. It's about pattern recognition, and humans break every pattern. A lion hunts in predictable ways. It stalks, it waits for isolation, it commits to an attack within a narrow window of conditions. Hunger, opportunity. Prey species have spent millions of years learning these patterns. A zebra can read a lion's body language from 100 meters away and calculate, almost instantly, whether it's currently hunting or simply resting. Humans don't fit into any of those categories. We hunt from a distance, sometimes hundreds of meters, using tools that prey animals cannot perceive until it's too late. We hunt at any time of day, in any weather, regardless of hunger. We approach in vehicles, on foot, in groups, alone, with no consistent signal that prey can learn to read. Dr. Liana Zanette, a behavioral ecologist whose research has been published extensively on this topic, found that this super-predator effect causes measurable, lasting changes in prey behavior, changes that persist even decades after hunting pressure stops in a given area. Think about what that means. A deer encountering a wolf can, in some sense, negotiate the encounter, read the wolf's posture, assess the distance, calculate the odds. The interaction follows rules that millions of years of evolution have encoded into its nervous system. A deer encountering a human has no rules to apply, no pattern to read, no way to calculate the odds, because the odds, from the animal's perspective, are not calculable. We are not simply another predator in the ecosystem. We are the one predator that the rules don't apply to. I want to ask you something, and I'm genuinely curious what you think. Knowing that animals fear humans more than lions, wolves, or any natural predator, does that change how you see humanity's role in nature? Do you think this fear is justified, or is it an outdated instinct from a violent past? Drop your honest thoughts in the comments. I want to see where this community stands. This is where the research becomes something more than a behavioral curiosity, because what scientists have documented isn't just a fear response. It's evidence of something that's been called the human super-predator effect, and its implications stretch far beyond any single species. Researchers comparing predation rates worldwide found that humans kill adult prey at rates dwarfing those of any natural predator, in some marine and terrestrial ecosystems by a factor of more than 10. Natural predators tend to target the young, the old, the sick, individuals whose loss has minimal impact on a population's long-term survival. Human hunting and fishing, historically, has often targeted the largest, healthiest, most reproductively valuable individuals, the exact opposite of natural predation patterns. In evolutionary terms, this is unprecedented. No predator in Earth's history has hunted this way, at this scale, across this many species simultaneously. And prey animals, across the planet, across species that have never personally encountered this kind of pressure, appear to have inherited a kind of ancestral memory of it. An imprint, passed down, that says, this one is different. This one doesn't follow the rules. This one cannot be read, predicted, or negotiated with. When you stand in a forest, in a savanna, on a mountainside, and an animal flees from you faster and farther than it would from a predator that could actually kill it on the spot, it isn't reacting to you, specifically. It's reacting to what we, as a species, have represented to the natural world for thousands of years. And that's a strange thing to sit with. There's a quiet postscript to all of this. In areas where rewilding efforts have removed hunting pressure for multiple generations, some animal populations have slowly, gradually, begun to recalibrate. Flight distances shrink. Vigilance behaviors soften. Not because the animals forget what humans are, but because, for the first time in a very long time, the pattern has changed. We are not fixed in nature's eyes. The fear we inspire isn't written into the universe as a permanent law. It's a response to a pattern of behavior, repeated over generations. And patterns, unlike instincts millions of years in the making, can shift within a single lifetime. Animals don't fear humans because we're the strongest or the fastest. They fear us because we're unpredictable, because we broke every rule evolution had prepared them for. But the same unpredictability that made us the thing nature fears most is also the thing that gives us the ability to change the pattern entirely. The question was never really, why are animals afraid of us? The real question is what we choose to do with that fear, now that we finally understand where it comes from. Thank you for watching this one all the way through. It means a lot. If this changed how you see the natural world, share it with someone who'd find it just as fascinating. And drop your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe so you don't miss what's next.